Good morning, well, not morning, afternoon for me. It is Friday and this video is going to be different, but hi, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sophia and I'm currently documenting my training to becoming an Ironman in Barcelona this year. And if you're not new here, welcome back to the channel. I am in the UK and I think this is going to come out 2 weeks after my last vlog. And last weekend I was supposed to be racing Victoria 70.3 Ironman in the Basque country in Spain. Miguel and I were going to drive. It was about 6 hours from Porto. We were going to drive. We were going to race and it was going to be great. And just as we were leaving, Miguel is just checking my bike over and my front brake is a sponge. It had nothing. And yeah, he tried to bleed the brakes and fix it, but if anybody knows, it's not like an easy task and it's not like a quick fix, like a new tube and a tyre or whatever. So unfortunately, not enough time left to fix the problem, so I wasn't able to race. So I was really gutted. I moped around the whole weekend and I said to myself, like, am I gonna race before Barcelona or am I just gonna start my training block? And I wanted to race. So I looked for a race and I found a triathlon which is in Marlow, where one of my sisters lives. My parents only live like 30 minutes away. My other two sisters are only 20 minutes away. And I know Marlow really well and I never knew they had a triathlon there. And it was the week after, so this Sunday on the 19th of July. And that's the race I've chosen to do. So I've been tapering for what feels like freaking 2 years, but it's been 2 weeks. And I arrived this morning on a flight and I've just set up my bike, although I forgot all the tools. I'm like completely flustered. I'm like completely off my game right now. And yeah, I forgot one of the Allen keys to put the pedals on. So my pedals are not on my bike. So I'm gonna have to do my shakeout run today and then a little hour bike ride just to check the bike's okay tomorrow before I race on Sunday. So there's a very, very long intro for you guys. So I'm hoping I might be able to get a little bit of footage from the race. I'm hoping my family and maybe some of my friends will come and watch, but I have no idea because it's very last minute and I literally only booked this on Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, not the race I envisioned, but it's still a middle distance. It's still gonna allow me to do the distance, practice my nutrition and transitions and everything like that. So okay, I'm doing a 20-minute shakeout just before dinner. My mum actually was the one who pushed me to do this because I kind of completely forgot about any training, and she was asking me about dinner and said, what kind of training do you have before your race, before Sunday? And I was like, oh yeah, crap, I need to do a 20-minute shakeout today. And I was like, oh, I can't be bothered, I'll do it tomorrow, or it doesn't matter. She was like, no, you should do it today. So I'm running a 20-minute shakeout. And I've actually left a voice note from my coach, basically like whining. I'm really not feeling great for this race. I'm just really unsure, and if you've been watching, I have put so much effort into this block from Mallorca to when I was supposed to do Victoria last week. This time last year, I did basically no training before Luxembourg, and then obviously after Luxembourg, I decided not to do Barcelona and to defer it because I wasn't ready, like committing to the training, feeling fit enough and like mentally being able to do it. But this year, no, I am so ready to do it, and I just feel so cheated because it was like not my fault. I did everything right and it was just my bike, and now I've thrown myself into this other race as like a Hail Mary to just like allow me to race and not mess up my schedule too much. And I'm just so unsure about it, and you know, I think she can maybe give me some words of wisdom. And yeah, I think she's been through ups and downs in her sort of fitness journey, triathlon. She's done so much, so I'm sure she'll know exactly how I'm feeling and what to say to me. It's probably through the roof because I'm chatting, but it's fine. So I'm doing this now, get an early night's sleep. I'm gonna wake up early and do an hour easy ride. Fingers crossed my bike is okay after travel. And yeah, and then I'm gonna check all the details for the race because I think it's a 6:30 a.m. start for me on the Sunday, so I just need to check all those details. And I'm pretty sure it's like a Dorney Lake kind of vibe where you just turn up on the morning with your bike and you get your bib number and all of that. So it's probably going to be a very early start. So I'm going to sign off for today and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Saturday, T-minus 1 day until the event that I'm doing. It's been a morning. I have done my sort of like shakeout ride on the bike, only sort of like 30 minutes, because I rode to a bike shop because I quickly realised that I had no bottle cages on my bike. I think when I got it serviced the other day, I think we just took the bottle cages off because you just didn't need them when somebody's like poking around your bike. And because we didn't pick it up until really late on Thursday, Miguel kindly like packed it away for me, and it was just something that just didn't really just didn't cross the mind that they were missing. So then when I went to ride this morning, even yesterday when I put the bike together, I didn't realise. And then this morning when I went on my ride, I had my bottle in my hand. I was like, oh, we didn't have bottle cages. So I went to like a local bike shop, and they're quite popular in the UK apparently, but they're like sort of like metal, kind of like, I don't know how to describe them. But when I came back to put my bottles in, they were so loose, like my bottles would just fly out after one pothole. So I've just decided to drive to Halfords in Aylesbury, which was like fairly close to my parents' house, and they basically have like the identical ones that I usually have, which are from Decathlon. So hopefully these ones are gonna fix it. And then but then also like my bike mount, when I put my bike computer on, it wasn't vertical, it was horizontal. And then I asked the guy if he could fix it, and it turns out I needed 2 more screws, which I didn't have and he didn't have, so he found like kind of makeshift ones that work, but they're not perfect. It's just like I feel like everything is going wrong. My coach left me a nice voice after I voice noted her. She left me a nice one, which it did really help just hearing from someone else, and that's why ultimately I like having a coach, not just a training plan, because it's like the support that you need when like you can't get it from your partner or someone that like does the same thing as you. Like my coach does these events and she like knows all the feelings that I'm probably feeling. I was like sending her another voice note and I actually got a bit teary. I don't know why I feel so emotional. I feel really out of sync right now. I feel like loads of things are going wrong. I was also trying to find information about the event, and it was like there's like literally no information out there apart from like the start time 6:30. So I'm not 100% sure where transition is. I don't know what time I can get to transition. There's a few things about like there's a tent afterwards where there's like food and refreshments afterwards, like aid stations on the run. I don't know about the bike. I assume there must be at least one because I do like 2 loops of like 45 kilometers. So yeah, I'm just not as prepared and I think just mentally synced as I was actually like ready for last week for Victoria. I felt way better before that race than I do for this one, so I think it's just a new feeling, but it's part of it. And ultimately my coach said you have to remember why we do these, and it's because we love doing this and it's for fun, and I think I just need to remember that and just try and enjoy tomorrow with whatever the day brings. But on the plus side, the weather is good in the UK. It is good. That's the one thing I'm happy about. Okay, so I am ready to go to bed. It is about 10 to 10 now, so I'm gonna just put something on in the background and hopefully fall asleep. I think I'm gonna get up at 4 in the morning. So yeah, it's gonna be an early start. I'm allowed to like get my bibs, chip numbers and stuff like that. Bibs, chip numbers, and transitions open at 5:30. So I'm probably gonna leave at 5 because it's about a 30-minute drive, and the car park is right next to it. So yeah, give me an hour to get ready in the morning, eat some breakfast, go to the toilet and do all of that. And yeah, I'll try and film as much as I can tomorrow. But yeah, I don't think anyone's coming because it was so last minute. All my friends and family are kind of busy, so I don't think I'm going to get any footage, but I'll try and get a bit before, and obviously after the race. I am, yeah, completely kind of over, like, yeah, I think these last 2 weeks has just been a bit off, and I think the disappointment of not racing last week actually just took more of a toll on me than I realised, and then just all the issues that I had today, like, oh, just, yeah, interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna really try and have fun tomorrow. I'm not gonna take it like super easy. I wanna like just go and feel, not look at my watts or my watch, and just, yeah, just kind of go for it and have some fun, because that's why I do this. I have to remind myself of that. I do this for fun. So I'm gonna say goodbye and I will see you tomorrow for race day. Okay guys, so should I tell you what has happened the last it's 2 weeks for me, but it's going to be 3 weeks for you by the time you watch this video. So I'm going to give it to you as short as I possibly can, but if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that my next race was Victoria Gasteiz 70.3. I apologise to any Spanish people because I'm not entirely sure that's how you pronounce it, but yes, that was my next race. And I left off my last vlog on, I think it was the Wednesday, and I was all ready to go. Thursday was a rest day, Friday was the day I was going to leave. It's a 6-hour drive from Porto, and all packed up to go, ready for the drive, and just checking everything, making sure I've got everything. And Miguel turns to me and says, "You've got, like, your front brake is like sponge." And I like laugh. I'm like, "Oh, that's so funny," trying to make me laugh. And he's like, "No, I'm serious, Fee, like, come and check the brake." And my front brake was literally sponge. There was nothing in it. You could just like literally pull the brake as hard as you can and you could move that wheel. So I was on like the verge of tears, and Miguel was like, don't worry, let's just, I'm gonna try and fix it. I'll bleed the brakes for you. Probably take like an hour, but like we've got time. Don't worry. So I'm just like sitting anxiously. So I just like put something on the TV, sit down and just, try and chill while Miguel is just trying to fix my bike for me. And he couldn't do it. He like slightly improved it, but like really badly, like 10% improvement. So we were like crunching the numbers in our head, and it just wasn't going to work, because if anybody knows anything about bikes, which I don't really, but like bleeding brakes and stuff is like not really like an easy thing to do. Like changing a tire, it takes time, you need certain equipment and stuff. So we could take it to a bike shop, yes, but because this was Friday, the last day for registration was Saturday, but it was only 2 hours. It was only between 10 and 12. So because it was a 6-hour drive, plus we lose an hour, if we were going to make it in time on the Saturday, we would have had to leave at like 3 to get there for registration, and it just wasn't going to happen. So I couldn't do the race, because if I don't have a front brake, it's just not safe on any level. Like even just if I was going to do a ride normally, it's just not going to happen. So I was so disappointed. I just basically cried and moped for the whole weekend, and I got on a call with my coach on the Monday, because she was actually competing in Luxembourg on the Sunday, and I sort of decided that I definitely wanted to race, because my next race is IRONMAN Barcelona on the 4th of October. The only other race I have is Porto Half Marathon in September, but that is more of a training run, because it's probably going to be like my longest run, which I think will be nearly 3 hours, maybe 2 hours 45 minutes training run. So the idea was probably to do like a couple K before the half marathon, do the half marathon, and then do a couple K as a cool down, and that would be like my long training run. So it was just a bit more fun, rather than just like running that all by myself. So this was like my last one to be like competitive and to like practice everything. So I kind of didn't want to give that up. So then I was looking for races. Outlaw did one, which was in 2 weeks' time. They did a middle distance, but it was already, you couldn't sign up anymore. So I contacted them and they couldn't give me a slot. I think because like Ironman Nice and was it First Seal got cancelled and stuff. I think because of the heat wave and things. So I think a lot of people were begging for spots, and I think they just kind of completely filled up. And then I found there was actually a triathlon in Portugal, which was like the north of Portugal, like on the border of Spain and Portugal, and it was literally the week after, so the 19th. And we called them because they said they were sold out on the website. We called them and they couldn't give me a slot. So I was like, for goodness sake, like, what's going to happen? So I was looking at like Ironman 70.3s, and they're obviously just all sold out now. The only one that was available was Tallinn in August, which I thought was a bit late, but my coach said it could work, but it was just so expensive. Just really expensive. So I decided to keep looking. And funnily enough, I found this other race in Marlow. And Marlow is, one of my sisters lives there, my parents and my other sisters like all live within 30 minutes away from Marlow. And I was like, okay, they do middle distance and they were doing an Olympic and a sprint. I looked at flights, I found some cheap flights, and I just thought, I'm just going to book that. Let's just go for that. Let's just book it, not think about it, and just go. And yeah, I ended up leaving on the Friday, but my bike literally, we didn't pick up my bike until about like 10, 11 p.m. on the Thursday, which is, long story short, was just like Portuguese bike shops, just not having any of it. So then I was leaving the next morning so early, Miguel was packing up my bike. So then we just forgot like a couple of things, forgot my bottle cages, my mount for my Wahoo was put on incorrectly, so like my Wahoo was like horizontal instead of vertical, and I had to sort all this out in the UK, plus Miguel couldn't come with me because he didn't have the time off, he was working. My whole family had plans on the Sunday because it was so last minute, so like I had no supporters either. So long story short, on that race, I got there. The race information was pretty limiting as well. But I got there, I did the swim, the slowest swim of my life. When I looked down at my watch, it said like 45 minutes, and I was expecting to be under 40 minutes. I've never done an Ironman swim longer than, like, always been like 38, 39 minutes. So that felt terrible. I don't know if I overswam like the meters. I didn't really look. I literally just glared down like as I was getting out of the water to change it. I sort of saw 45 minutes. So that was disappointing. Went through transition, like just not feeling it, and I get on my bike and quickly realised that I forgot my glasses. I picked up the wrong bag of my gels, so I actually had my running gels, not my bike gels. So they were just slightly different, and also didn't have as many as I needed. And there's only one stop, like nutrition stop. There's 2 laps and there's only one aid station. So I was like, crap, and I also didn't know what they provided on these aid stations, whether it was just water, did they provide food, gels, I wasn't really sure. Because it's just like a small town event, like it was not closed roads either. Oh my god, I can't talk. But I did about 20 kilometers on the bike, and I was just crying and was just really like upset. It just wasn't, everything leading up to that race just did not compute, and I just thought, this is not happening. Yeah, and I just stopped at one of the people who were on one of the lanes, like with the event, and was just like, I'm so done. I can't continue. Like, what do I do to get out of this race? So I ended up cycling to this, like, the organizer guy, Simon, and having a chat with him. He was really nice and sweet, and they offered me like another race if I wanted to do it, because I paid for this race. And I just cycled back to the start. And yeah, everyone was hugging me, everyone was just checking. They were really nice. The whole event was actually really nice, and I'd be so tempted to do it again properly. But I ended up DNFing my first ever race, and the whole 2 weeks was just so disappointing, because I worked really hard on this training block. And if anyone knew from last year, between Mallorca and I did Luxembourg, which is literally the same day as Victoria, I did Luxembourg last year. My training block in between those 2 races was terrible. Probably average like 4 hours a week, because there was just some weeks where I did barely anything. And this one, I was on it. Like, I barely missed a session. If I did miss a session, it was most likely a swim, because I just feel really bad swimming at the moment, and it's always been like my weakest one. But I worked really hard, and I was so prepared for Victoria, and the fact that something so silly, and it wasn't even like injury or anything, it was just something that I couldn't control. I think it was probably from travelling with my bike from the UK back to Portugal, because I was there for about 2.5 weeks, and then I was here for a couple of days, and I used my bike on the trainer. I didn't do an outdoor ride, so I might have just not noticed it. But yeah, so then I scrambled for that race last minute, and I felt like in the end I sort of just forced it, and now I am completely mentally out of it. I do not know how I feel about Barcelona anymore. If I want to try and do another triathlon in between now to try and gain confidence, I'm honestly completely lost. I had a chat with my coach, and we thought we'd do about 2-3 weeks of training normally again, and just see how I feel, because I honestly just couldn't remember the why did I sign up to do an Ironman in the first place. Like, I feel like if you don't have a why to why you're doing this, it's like, then why are you doing it? And I think an Ironman is you obviously have to be physically trained, but I think it's so much more of a mental game, especially towards that end where you've just been going for hours and hours, like at least 10 hours for most people, 11, 12, 13, 14, like it's just a long time to be exercising all by yourself basically. Like you're not talking to anyone. If you do, you might have a chat with someone, I guess, but it is very like lonely. You got no music, podcasts, like nothing. It's a tough one, so I'm still trying to figure that out, but let's see how it goes. I'm looking at the camera, it's been like 12 minutes, so hopefully I've been able to edit this down slightly because that feels very long. Maybe I'll just actually like zoom this all quickly and then just put text and basically summarising it, because you'll probably be able to read it quicker than I'm telling you this story. And yeah, that's how it's going. So if you're still watching, I am going to now continue this vlog as normal, where it's just going through my training. So it's Tuesday and I've just done a 45-minute easy run, which felt really good. It was kind of the heat of the day, but it was fine. It was good. So yeah, I think this week I've got like 5 hours, and in hindsight, the last 2 weeks, because I've been tapering and then I hadn't done the race, I've literally done like an hour and a half each week for the last 2 weeks. So that is just shocking. This week my coach has put in 5 hours. Maybe I'll be able to just like, if I'm feeling good, maybe I'll be able to add an extra run in, or maybe make the outdoor ride a bit longer on the weekend. We'll see. But yeah, let's see how the rest of July goes, the last 2 weeks of July, and see how it goes. So if you're feeling really sorry for me, really bad for me, yeah, give me a heart emoji, or give me a nice happy emoji or something in the comments, because I'm not feeling great and I honestly felt very cheated, because I really felt like I deserved the opportunity to race. Wow, and I really wanted that sub 6 to be confident going into Barcelona that I might be able to do it in a decent time, like 12-13 hour mark. And yeah, but anyway, that's the end of that very, very long epilogue. Is it epilogue? Prologue? I don't know. We're doing a 45-minute easy run in the heat of the day. Crazy how busy the beach is. Summer has arrived. I mean, it's been here a while, it's August, but still. It is Thursday. I'm finding it hard to get back into my weekly vlogs. I think this is going to be pretty chaotic, and I think it's going to be footage from everywhere and anywhere that I've got it the last month. But we'll see. But that run felt good. Good morning. It is Saturday and got 2 sessions today. Just took a rest day yesterday. My period pains were really bad, so I honestly couldn't get off from the sofa. I'm doing VO2 efforts right now and I want a break. So I've got 15 minutes after this, and then I'm going to chill and do the run in the afternoon, because it wasn't meant to be a double session, so I'm going to make sure I have a good rest, a feed in the middle. Yeah, I'm watching David Letters and building. I'm on season 3 already. So, wish me luck for finishing this. started my second session of the day, around 20-minute run with some efforts. I am exhausted, absolutely exhausted. Got a 5-minute cool down. Oh. Okay, this has been the toughest time I've had in a long time when it comes to training. And this week, if I can do my 3-hour outdoor ride tomorrow, I would have successfully completed, I think, 8.5-hour week after having literally a month off of maybe averaging 3 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. I'm going to feel proud of this, and I'm going to feel more ready for IRONMAN Barcelona, which is really creeping up now. I think 8 weeks away. So I'm feeling better now after that, but let's see. Good morning, happy Sunday. I am on my way back now. I'm doing about 60 kilometers today, which I think is going to be just under 3 hours, but I'm feeling very tired from yesterday, so I'm just plodding along, taking it very easy. But yeah, trying a new route today. I've literally gone along the Douro, so I'm about to just go back into the city. And yeah, might get a bit of traffic, but I did leave at 6:45. I was trying to leave a bit earlier, but I was just so tired, so left a bit later than expected, but it's only nearly 9 o'clock now, so I should be okay, 10 kilometers left. But yeah, I'll catch you up towards the end and sign off this very chaotic 4 to 5 week vlog. I think it's going to be in the end. But yeah, feeling good. Ticked off all the training this week, which is making me feel a million times better about everything. So yeah. Okay, well done if you have made it this far in this vlog. I apologise. I feel really bad for literally just jumping off the radar for the last like 4 or 5 weeks. It's not what I intended. I went through a depressive couple of weeks after everything sort of fell apart with Victoria 70.3, and then trying to do Marlow triathlon, and it all just falling apart, unfortunately, for me, and it's taking me a long time to sort of get back on and refocus. I almost decided to not do Barcelona, but I'm happy that I have decided to do it. I've had 1 solid week of training now, which was 8 hours, and then the next 2 weeks now will be in the UK, and they're going to be like 12-hour weeks, so just need to keep smashing it. I think I'm 55 days away from Barcelona, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm getting more psyched up every single session that I'm doing, and yeah, I know I'm gonna feel amazing on the day, and it's probably gonna be one of the best days of my life. So I just need to focus on that and the goal that I gave myself 2 years ago. So next week's vlog will be back to normal, and I promise it will be less chaotic than this vlog, but anyway, I'm happy to share the highs and lows with all of you. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in next week's video.